This podcast is sponsored by Renewal by Andersen of Central Pennsylvania. The weather's cooling down, meaning you may want to invest in some new windows and doors to keep your home warm. And this September, you can get 15% off your entire home project at Renewal by Andersen of Central Pennsylvania. That's, as always, at no money down, no payments, and no interest for a whole year. Visit renewalbyandersen.com for more information. Philadelphia is still the U.S.'s poorest big city despite seeing a decline in its poverty rate. Meanwhile, Wawa was among the retailers who experienced a credit card processing outage yesterday. There's an update on those LL Flooring closures. Also, a Pennsylvania-based company once again got recognized for being a great place to work. I'm Claudia Dimuro, and you're listening to Today in PA. Philadelphia's poverty rate has fallen by more than 1 percentage point between 2022 and 2023, which is actually the most significant year-over-year decline in a decade, reports the Philadelphia Inquirer. Yet despite that, and despite the fact that Philadelphians are more well-off than they've been since at least 1979, the city is still the poorest big city in the U.S. Philadelphia's poverty rate sits at a little over 20%, that number representing residents who live below the poverty line. The U.S. Census Bureau measures this rate by comparing a household's income with the minimum income that's needed to cover basic needs, and this number is contingent on the number of people that live in the household. In 2023, that annual household income was $30,000 for a family of 4. As for why the decline occurred, President of Policy at Reinvestment Fund Emily Dowdall says that it's a bit harder to pin down. It could mean that incomes went up, or that lower-income Philadelphians are moving out of the city. The next poorest city was Houston, and after that, New York. For about 2 hours yesterday morning, Wawa customers couldn't use their credit or debit cards, reports NBC 10. The chain revealed that this issue was occurring, quote, at some, if not all of our stores, unquote, and that they had been notified by their credit card processor that the processor was experiencing issues, meaning people during that time had to pay with cash instead. Fox 29 adds that other retailers were impacted as well, although what caused this outage still remains unknown as of the recording of this episode. The issue, by the way, has since been resolved. LL Flooring, after filing for Chapter 11 bankruptcy, announced that it would close all 400 plus of its stores, states PennLive. In an updated statement, the company is now saying it will only close around half of that, as it signed an agreement with F9 Investments, which will acquire 219 of its locations. So, those 219 stores will remain open. This transaction will be completed by the end of this month. Sheetz has once again been named as one of the best places to work, says CBS local Pittsburgh. For the 9th year in a row, Fortune has included Sheetz on its best workplaces in retail in the U.S. list, and this year it was second, sandwiched between third place's Target and Wegmans in number 1. This is the highest ranking Sheetz has ever got, so we'll see if it can knock out Wegmans on next year's list. Happy Friday, you guys, and Friday the 13th. Ooh. To stay up to date, visit PennLive.com. Also, please don't forget to rate this podcast and to share it around with people you think would dig it too. Thanks ahead of time, and of course, thanks for sticking with us. I'm Claudia Dimuro, and we'll see each other next week for some more Today in PA. This podcast is sponsored by Renewal by Andersen of Central Pennsylvania. The weather's cooling down, meaning you may want to invest in some new windows and doors to keep your home warm. And this September, you can get 15% off your entire home project at Renewal by Andersen of Central Pennsylvania. That's, as always, at no money down, no payments, and no interest for a whole year. Visit renewalbyandersen.com for more information.